I think last class we discussed about chart of account.
Sir, your voice is not clear. It's cutting.
Hello?
Break.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, sir, voice is not clear.
Not this class. Not clear. Okay. So just a moment. Hello? Now it is okay?
Yes, sir, now it's okay.
Okay, now you can able to hear. So I think last class we discussed about chart of account and account group, right? No, fiscal year and document types we covered, right? Okay. So today we're going to work with chart of account and account group. Sort out what type of account group comes under a particular company code. Then account group. 1 minute.
ಚಾರ್ಜರ್ ತಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್
ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಎಂಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಐತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಇವಾಗ ಇದನ್ನು ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಮೇಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಎರರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ವೈಫೈಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇಮೇಲ್ ಐಡಿಗೆ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದರೆ ಎರರ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಏನೋ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ,
ನೀವು ಏನಾದ್ರು ವೈಫೈಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಲ. ಈಗಲೇ ತೋರಿಸ್ಲಾ
ನೋಡಿ. ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಬೇರೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್.
ಹಾಂ,
ಥರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ವರ್ಡಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಪಾಪ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ನ.
ಓಕೆ,
ನಾವು ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಥರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
ಅದು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಕೊಡಿ,
ಕೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಥರ.
ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಕೊಡಿ.
ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಅದೇ ಅದೇ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಕರಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಅಂದರೆ ವರ್ಡ್.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರೀಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಅದು ರೀಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ.
ಹಾಂ,
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ವರ್ಷನೂ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾವುದಿದೆ ವರ್ಡು? ಹಳೆ ವರ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ.
ಈವನ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗೋದು.
ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ. ವರ್ಡ್ 11, ವಿಂಡೋಸ್ 11. ಸೊ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಇದು SAP ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ
ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಚಾರ್ಜರ್ ಗಾಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ
ಸರಿ. ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಅದು
ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಬಾರ್ ಉಂಟು. ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ?
ನಾನು ಹಾಕ್ತಿದಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
ಆಯ್ತು, ಸರಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಡಿಪೋ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ,
ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗಿರ್ತೀನಿ.
ಸಾಕಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್?
ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಡ್ರೈವ್ 314.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಬ್ಯಾಗಲ್ಲಿ ಐತೆ ಚಾರ್ಜರ್.
ಸರಿ, ಓಕೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಇದು. 1.7 GHz ಇದೆ.
ಅಂದರೆ
ಇದು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 2 ಇರಬೇಕು. 1.7 ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗೋದು?
ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗೋದು ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಇದು ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 2.2 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಬಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ರಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ.
ಹೌದಾ? ಒನ್ಸ್ ಓಪನ್ ಆದರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ?
ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಓಪನ್ ಆಗೋದು, ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ತುಂಬ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಸಹ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು SSD ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೋದು.
ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದು?
ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ,
ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟಾ?
ಅಲ್ಲ, i3 ಇದೆ, i3 ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಇದೆ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ, ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ.
ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ?
ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಇದೇ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಸೇಮ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಇದೇ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು. 1 hour ತೊಗೊಂತು ಒಂದು ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅನ್ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ, SSD ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಬಟ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ.
ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ.
ಇವಾಗ ಏನೇನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳೋದು?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್, ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ.
ಸರಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಬಂದು
ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ
ನಾಳೆ
ನಾಳೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ತಂದುಬಿಡಿ.
ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ?
SSD ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅವತ್ತು.
ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಸ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ.
ಸರಿ ಸರಿ. ಅದು 2 ಎಬೋ ಇರಬೇಕಾ?
2 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಎಬೋ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಓಕೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ,
SSD ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
SSD ಕಾರ್ಡ್. ಹಲೋ, ಸಾರಿ. Okay, so we'll continue. So we'll discuss today chart of account. What is chart of account, account group, and what is retained earnings account. So we'll discuss. So chart of account. What is chart of account? The chart of account is list of ledger. List of ledgers. So ledger means ledgers we are going to use for posting, right? Postings. For postings we need to create the ledger. Ledgers will be created under account group, and account group will be created under chart of account. So example, chart of account under that we need to create, or we are going to create account group, and under that we are going to create a ledgers, and with the help of ledgers we used to post the entries, and with the help of postings we will going to generate the reports. So this is the structure of the chart of account. Okay, so first we will work with chart of account. So we'll discuss what is chart of account is. So in chart of account we are having three types. Number one, operating chart of account. Second one is company specific chart of account, and third one is group chart of account. So first one will take operating chart of account. Operating chart of account where the company is going to maintain, or it contains all the general ledgers that uses to maintain day-to-day postings. Every company code has to be assigned an operating chart of account. It's a mandatory. One company code should maintain one chart of account. Okay. Then country specific chart of account. Country specific chart of account means assume that you are having a transaction, or our company belongs to India, and we are going to maintain our chart of account, operating chart of account. Along with, in India we are having a transactions with some other countries like UK, US, Japan, like that. In that case, we need to maintain the chart of account in their country's requirement. Okay. So country specific chart of account contains only those general ledgers that are required to meet the country's legal requirement. If I am maintaining the transaction with UK or US, then I need to create the general ledger which I need to show the transaction, or I need to show the reports. And this is not a mandatory, this is additional to operating chart of account. It's an optional requirement and can be created in addition to chart of account. Okay. Then group chart of account. Group chart of account is used to group level for entire corporate groups reporting purpose. If you are having more than one company code assigned to one company, then instead of creating single ledger or single group for each company code, what we do, we are going to make a group. Under that we are going to create the ledgers, and with the help of this group we can generate the corporate report. Means all company codes we can generate the reports. Okay. Again, this is not mandatory. Okay, we'll discuss this one, field status later. And in chart of account, we'll see that one, chart of account. We'll come to creation of chart of account. I'll explain what is this. Come to financial accounting new, general ledger accounting new, master data, GL account, preparations, edit chart of account list. T code is OB13. Okay, just click on this, new entry. It will come like this. Okay, so here I need to input the chart of account and description of that particular chart of account. Whatever the chart of account name I mentioned, I need to give the description here, and maintenance language, in which language you want to maintain the chart of account, and length of GL account number. I'll explain what is length of GL account number. Here I'll take LSCA. So sorry, our company code PS, right? PSD, PSCA. And here I'm going to mention the description as chart of account for company code PSD. Maintenance language English. Then length of GL account number. Length of GL account number means how much character or how much digit you are going to use while creating the ledger. Here in SAP, I can use maximum length of GL account number. Maximum I can use 10 digits to create the ledger, but in practice I can use, I'm going to use 5 6. That's more than enough. Length of GL account number, here I am going to see here, this is a maximum 10, and here I am giving 6. Next, integration. This chart of account we are going to assign to controlling area. At the time of creation of controlling area, how you are going to integrate with controlling department. We are having two options here. One is manual creation of cost element, and second one is automatic. So I'll select manual creation of cost element. Hence we are not maintaining any group. That's the reason I'm not input any data here, and I'm not selecting the block status. So just click on save. Okay, then this chart of account I need to assign to my company code. I'll come to main screen here, assign company code to chart of account, assign company code to chart of account, T code OB62, path same. Position, company code PSD, enter, and here chart of account PSCL. Save. Now the first part is our chart of account we had created and we assigned to our company code. Next step is we are going to create the account group. So usually in a company or in according to financial or according in accounting, we can see only 4 groups. I'll explain what is that. What are the groups we are going to see? I'll let you know. Generally, in accounting, we'll able to see 4 groups like liabilities, asset, and income and expenses. Okay. So here we can create these 4 groups in the system, but I'm not going to create like this. So what I'll do, I'm going to create like this. In liabilities, I'm going to make 4 groups, and asset I'll create 3 groups, and income side I'm going to create 3 groups again, and expenses I'm going to create 6 or 7 groups. Okay, and for each group I maintain a number ranges. For each group I maintain a number ranges. For liabilities side, I'm starting number 1. I'm starting with number 1. And for asset, I'll start from number 2. And for income, I'm going to start from number 3. And for expenses, I'm going to start from number 4. Okay. Here in each group so I can create 200 ledgers. In each group I'm going to create 200 ledgers. This much of range I can give, or you can give more than also. So here I'm giving 200. That is more than enough for practice, but in real time you can give more or less. That up to you. While practicing also you can maintain like this, or according to your requirement you can create the group and number ranges. This is not mandatory. This is not standard practice which SAP is maintained. You can create your own number ranges and as well as own group ones. But this is a where we are in our project we are going to maintain like this. That's the reason I am giving the group like this. So it is not mandatory, and it is not standard also. You can go with according to your requirement. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll come to creation of account group. So define account group. T code is OBD4. Then click on new entries. Here I'm going to give my account chart of account is PSCA, and account group. Here I'll give some abbreviation for group, and here I'll give expansion of my group, and I'm going to mention from 1 lakh to 1 lakh 190. Means if end user is going to create the ledger, or as a consultant we are going to create the ledger. If I want to create the ledger in this group, in this share capital account group, I need to give the number in between this. Okay. PSCA, resource and surplus, 1,200,000 to 1,399,000. PSCA, secured loan and unsecured loan, 400 to 1,599,000. PSCA, liabilities and provisions, 1,600,000 to 1,790,000. So this is all about liabilities. We'll next create assets, fixed asset, 2,00,000 to 2,199,000. Current assets, PSCA, accumulated depreciation, PSCA, sales account group, 3,00,000 to 3,199,000. Then other income, PSCA, increase or decrease in stock group, 3,400,000 to 3,599,000. This is all about income and asset. We'll move to expenses. PSCA, material consumption account, 4,00,000 to 4,199,000. PSCA, personal staff cost, 4,200,000 to 4,399,000. PSCA, manufacturing expenses, 4,400,000 to 4,599,000. Then PSCA, apart from financial accounting, we'll have some more expenses that will be maintained in administration expenses group, 4,600,000 to 4,799,000. And interest account group, 4,800,000 to 4,899,000. Here I am giving only 100. PSCA, depreciation expenses group, 900 to duties and taxes, 40,000,000 40,11,999. So here, okay. So this much of group I am going to create. Okay, under this we are going to create ledgers. Okay, second part is over. Account group is over. Next, we'll save this one. Okay. So we'll create the ledger later, but next topic is retained earnings account. This is retained earnings account. We'll discuss what is this. Define retained earnings account. T code is OP53. Path same. Chart of account, input chart of account here, PSCA. And here P&L account, statement account. Here just mention X, I'll let you know what is this, and mention one account 100,200. So if you press enter, you will get warning message, account 100,200 not created in chart of account PSCA. As of now, we not maintained any general ledger, only we had created the group, right? Only we maintained the group. But here what it is telling, my system is telling that as of now we not created any account group. That's the reason where it is showing an error, So error can be solved if it comes in yellow color. If message comes in yellow color, we can ignore the warning and we can save. Okay, ignore means we just press enter. We need to press enter again and save. Enter and save. But if it comes in red color, the message comes in red color, that's an error. Without solving that error, you cannot save the entry, or we cannot save the configuration. Okay. Then if it comes in green color, it's an information. So that will be, by seeing the colors you can understand. If message comes in yellow color, then it is a warning can be ignored and save. But later we need to solve that warning. If message comes in red color, then it is an error. So without solving that error, we can't save the configs. Then if messages comes in green color, then it is an information. Okay, now this is the thing. Here I am getting the warning I ignored and I saved the configuration. Save. Okay, then what do you mean by retain earnings or retain? What do you mean by retain? What is retain? What is retain earnings? So retains means the balance earning, right? Balances in which in previous year, right? Balances, or it is also called as profit. Profit of previous year. That should carry forward to next year, right? See here the transaction. What is the transaction it's saying? BIL, balance carry forward, right? Balance or profit of previous year, that should be carry forward to next year. So assume that you make a profit of 10,000 in a company and expenses will be around 3,000. Then you pay the dividends and 2000, so 3000 again. How much is left? How much is left? 4000, right? That is what we call as earnings, right? Earnings. So 4000. This is the closing balance of year 2019, right? And this closing balance, when it comes to 2020, right? Company opening balance, how much is opening balance? 4000, right? 4000. From this year to this year I need to transfer, right? I need to transfer, and I need to transfer the balances from one fiscal year to another fiscal year. For transferring the balances, I require one key. This is what we called as X is called as delivery key. X is called as delivery key, and in which account I need to transfer. In which account I need to transfer, I need to mention this one. Okay. What are the earnings you made in previous year that I need to transfer to my present year? Okay. With the help of this delivery key. Okay. With the help of delivery key, then that balance can be viewed in this particular account. This particular account. That's the reason it is very important configurations. Without doing without doing these configurations, you cannot able to post the entry. Means end user cannot post the entries. Okay. This is all about retained earnings account. Okay, so just reconnect. We'll discuss more topic or more. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು
ಸರ್ ಅದೇ ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ
ವೀಕೆಂಡ್ಸ್
ಜಾಬ್ ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ
ವೀಕೆಂಡ್ ಜಾಬ್
ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ ಸರ್
ವೇಕೆನ್ಸೀಸಾ ಸರಿ ಸಂತೋಷ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ
ಮತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್
ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ
ಇವಾಗ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ
ಎಲ್ಲ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಜಾಬ್
ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಾ ಈಗ
ಅಂದರೆ ಪಿ ಯು ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದು ಕೊರೋನಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ
ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ ಹಾಂ
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ 10,000 ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ
ಅದ್ರ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
ಸರಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ So next we'll discuss regarding tolerance group. Tolerance group for employees. So what do you mean by tolerance, or who is employee? Tolerance means what are the mistakes done by employee, means end users that can be tolerated for some extent, right? So we cannot tolerate all kind of mistakes, right? So here tolerance means what? So example, end user need to pay the rent to his landlord. So entry will come like this: rent account debited to payment 1 lakh to bank account, right? So we need to pay the rent account. We are going to pass the entry like this: rent account debited to bank account. This is the amount. But while posting, end user, instead of paying 1 lakh, he paid 10 lakh, or he entered amount 10 lakh. What will happen? It will get saved, right? According to system or according to accounting, it is a correct entry, but we know how much I need to pay the rent. So this kind of mistakes we cannot tolerate, right? We cannot tolerate this kind of mistakes. So what I'm going to tell my system is that if this particular user can able to post this much of amount, I can give the limit for that particular user. Say user means who is user. So what are the user ID we are maintaining now? Say this is SPRO is this is a user. This is user. We can control this user that much of amount, or we can put limit on this user. Okay. So where to do that one? With the help of this tolerance group. So I'll show that one. So I'll come to financial accounting global setting, then document, tolerance group here, and define tolerance group for employee. Okay, so here I'm going to create 3 groups. So click on new entry here, and here I'm giving PSD1, group name is PSD1, again company code PSD, and I'm giving 1 lakh to this particular group. 1 lakh limit I'm setting for this particular group. Okay, save this, then click on next entry or press F8. I'll create one more group as PSD. Company code is, let it be same. For this group I'm setting the limit as 5 lakh. Save this. Again click on next entry. I'll create one more group, PSD3 and PSD. And for this particular group I'm going to give the limit, I'm going to set limit of 25 lakhs. Save. Okay, save this. Next what I'll do, I'll come to this level, assign user for tolerance group, T code is OB57, and click on new entry. Here I'm going to assign my user 3. This is my user ID. In real time, as a consultant, we'll get a lot of user names, means end user ID and password, or we'll get the end user ID. For that particular group, we can set the limit. So example, for this user 3, means this is my user. If I press F4, we had created the tolerance group, right? We had created the tolerance group. So we had created 3 tolerance groups. Okay, so within that, any one group I can assign here. PSD 3. Okay, and save. Okay, this configuration is very much useful in real time. Tolerance groups creation is very much useful in real time, because there, as a consultant, we are having a lot of usernames. For that particular username or username, we are going to maintain the limits. But here we are having only one user, and as a consultant, we are doing the configuration, and as an end user, we are going to test our configurations. That's the reason here, for practicing purpose, we don't require tolerance group. For practicing purpose, we don't require tolerance groups. Okay, we don't require tolerance group. So what I need to do? So what I'll do? Just I'm going to see here. These are the group and this is the username. But I don't maintain to assign group here. So what I'll do, I'm going to delete this username user3. I'm going to delete this, my group and tolerances, save, and here I'll come to different tolerance group for employee, and again I'm going to delete the all 3 tolerances groups here, and but my posting purpose I require tolerance group. Okay, so what I'll do, click on new entry. In group column, I'll not mention any name here, or I'll not create any groups. So I'll leave blank this one screen and company code PSD and put some amount here, any amount, 50 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 5 crores, like that. And save. So remember, while practicing, don't give anything here, leave blank in group. This group will be very much useful in real time. This group is very much useful in real time. Okay, so remember that while practicing, so don't create group here. But as I know, what is the major use of tolerance group is to control the end user in order to avoid the wrong entries or mistakes, errors, like that. Okay, in order to avoid the mistakes and errors. So next one is field status group and variant. Field status group and field status group and variants. I'll let you know what is this. Just a moment. So next step is define field status variants. What is this variant and what is the use of variant? Variants, it is very much useful in general ledger creation, or it controls fields in the GL postings. It controls the fields in GL posting. So what is fields and what is control, we'll discuss. Okay, so I'll show so this is what in easy access end user used to post the entry in this screen. This is my company code PST. I'll show that. So while posting this screen, you can this level you can see we'll get so many kind of fields, like cost centers we are having, like order, that is internal order, like sales order, then plant, purchasing organization, profit center, so many fields are there. Okay, and we can control these fields in backend. We can control these fields in the backend. How to control? We are having 4 options. See here, controls and fields. Controls, as I told you, we are not yet told. So controls will be suppress or hide, and required, then optional, and display. Okay, this is the controls we are having in IMG level, and these are the fields we are having in GL posting. So example, the fields will be profit center, cost center, internal order, internal orders, plant, purchasing organization. Okay, so these are the fields we are having in GL posting, and as a consultant we can control by using these control options. Okay, say example, if I am going to select profit center as suppress, say assume that if I am selecting profit center as suppress or hide, what will happen? While posting the GL, this field get hidden. Okay, suppose if I'm going to select profit center as a required entry, while posting the entry, end user must and should input that profit center, otherwise system will not allow you to save the entry. If I'm going to select profit center as a required entry, what will happen? While posting the entry or while posting that particular document, end user must and should input profit center, otherwise system will not allow to save the entry. Okay, then if I'm going to select profit center as an optional entry, what will happen? If I'm going to select profit center as optional entry, end user may input the data, may not input the data. You can save without inputting the data also, you can save the entry. That has become optional. Optional means you may enter, you may not enter, that will not affect to the entry. And if I am going to select the profit center as a display mode, what will happen? While posting the entry, this field will be get only display mode, only on display mode. We cannot do any changes. So display mode is not important. So rest three are very much important controls. Okay. So as a consultant, we can control the fields. As a consultant, we are going to control the profit center, cost center, internal orders. That will comes in controlling department. We'll discuss this later. But while making entry, I can control this by using field status group. Okay. Where I am going to assign this field status? Where I am going to create and where going to assign? While creating the general ledger, we are going to assign field status group to that particular or that suitable ledgers. So I'm not creating one type of record. All GLs are not same, right? So I'm going to create the ledger in a different way, in a different section, like that. If I'm going to create the normal ledger, then I need to select the field status group as G001, and if it is related to material consumption, then I am going to select G003, and if it is related to cost account, G004. This is a standard setup. So what I'll do, I'm going to copy from source file. We're having a source file 0001 1000. From there we can copy the field status group, because we are having around 47 to 49 field status in the system. It will take much time to create the field status. You can create also, but I'll advise you to go with the standard setup and copy the field status group and change according to your requirement, and assign to your company code. Then you can use while creating general ledger. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go to IMG level, ledgers, financial accounting new, financial accounting global setting new, ledgers, fields, define field status variant, T code is OBC4, path same. So I'm going to select 1000. There's a standard field status variant which is provided by system. Select that, copy, and change the field status variant as PSFS. PS denotes my company code and FS stands for field status variant or field status group or field status variant. And here I'm going to change the text as well, field status variant to my company code PSD, and press enter. Then click on copy all. I'm going to copy the all contents from 1000. So select copy all. Okay, as I told you, around 49 entries copied to my PSFS. Okay, just enter here and save the configuration. If you want to see the field status groups, so just select PSFS and double click on field status group. See here, these are the things which we copied from 1000. So double click on G001 and double click on any one of this group. So I'll select double click on account assignment group. So as I told you, suppress required and optional. Okay, for G001 they made this kind of setups. If you want, you can change the fields as required. So remember that if you are going to select required entry, you should remember the data is with you, otherwise system will not allow you to save the entry. So what are the changes you made here, that will reflect here, okay. What are the changes you made in the back end, that will reflect here. Okay, so do remember that you are not having any data, particular data, select that particular field as a optional entry. Don't select any required entry. That's the reason SAP also maintained all fields as hidden, or some fields are in option entry. You just remember that one, okay? But you can change according to your requirement. You can change any fields as a required entry according to your requirement, okay? Now if you want to create that one, you can here, if you want to create the new thing or new field status, you can create, or you can copy option and create your field status variant. Just give the name here, give the description. Say example, I'll show creation, but I'll advise you to go with the standard and copy from standard and change the name and change the description as well, and use the existing or standard setups, okay? But when you are expert, you can create your own field status group. Say example, I'll here PS1 I'll go and field status C. I'm going to give PS1 and field status variant as PSD. I'll click on save. Now select PS1 and double click on field status group. Now we are creating the things. That's the reason we will not find any field status group here. See blank, right? If you want to create, click on new entry and give G001. This is standard one, and you can give your own name also. That is not an issue. But this is the standard thing or standard groups we are maintaining in real time. Okay, so here give the general, then double click on this. See here again you will get this much of group here. Double click on generate data. All fields are in optional entry. As I told you, according to your requirement you can change the settings, but you can use the existing or you can use the standard setup as well. See, I will click on next entries, next group. You will get all fields are in option. Again next group, all fields are in again optional entry, like that, okay? So you can change, but I'll advise you to don't go with the standard one, don't go and create your own. Go with the standard one and assign that to your company code. So at the beginning stage, when you are expert, you can play with all this kind of configurations, okay? Now what I'll do, I'm going to assign field status variant to my company code. T code is OBC5, position, company code is PSD, enter, and PSFS, save here. Okay, so these are the configurations we did. As of now, we'll have a look what are the configurations we did as so far. Company code we had maintained, chart of account we maintained, posting period and fiscal year also we maintained, number range and document types, account group, field status, tolerance group. Sort key we will not maintain any sort keys, and new GL concept we will discuss later, or at end of the course we will discuss that one, what is new GL. Okay, sort key we generally will not create any sort keys. What we do, we are going to use the existing, and what is the purpose of sort key is, sort key we are going to assign this sort key at the time of GL creation. We'll show that one, I'll show that one where to assign this sort key and how to use that sort key, and what is the major use of sort key, why we are using sort key, we'll discuss at the time of GL creation. Apart from that, we did all the configurations. Now we are going to create the GL or general ledger creations, okay? Okay, so I'll suggest you to go to configurations and do the configurations. If having any doubts, please let me know. So without knowing these configurations, if you are creating the general ledger, you will not able to understand. So what I'll suggest you, we'll stop here for the today's class, and we'll continue next week, because we're having so many 5-6 days to practice. In these days you can practice all this, and let me know if you are okay with that. We'll continue with the GL creation. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So meantime I'll share the videos also, and last week videos also I shared. Just check with your email ID.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Today also I'll send today's and yesterday's video. I'll going to send today, and within half an hour I'll send you. Okay. Okay then. Bye. Good day.
Okay.
Good day. Good day.